Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Americans, welcome to Red Alert, a channel dedicated to exposing the hypocrisy of the left. Today we delve into an important discussion about leadership, integrity, and the qualities necessary for a president of the United States. Now, there's been talk in the airwaves about the possibility of Michelle Obama stepping into the political arena, as Democrats are requesting her to participate even when she is not interested in running for the presidency. But let's take a closer look.
There is growing heat on Michelle Obama to run for president. Panicky Democrats beg Michelle Obama to run, goes this opinion piece on FoxNews.com, which reports that Democratic Party bigwigs are urging the former First Lady to enter the race. The call for Michelle to throw her hat into the ring comes as Democratic frontrunner Joe Biden is getting pummeled by President Trump over his son Hunter's business dealings in Ukraine and China.
He's flat lying, where there is no evidence, none, not a scintilla, not one little tiny piece.
Plus, Bernie Sanders just suffered a heart attack.
Give me a chair up here for a moment. I'm going to sit down here.
And surging Elizabeth Warren is seen by many as too far left to defeat Trump.
Michelle Obama, undoubtedly a skilled speaker, has captivated the nation with her eloquent speeches and grace. She's worked to be viewed in a positive light, focusing on social issues and championing causes close to her heart. But let's remember, ladies and gentlemen, that leadership goes beyond mere words and optics. Michelle Obama is a popular figure, but she is not qualified to be president. She has no experience in government or foreign policy. She's a good speaker and has a lot of charisma, but these are not the key attributes of a leader. A leader needs to have strong political sense and the ability to make tough decisions. Michelle Obama has never had to make these kinds of decisions.
Michelle Obama, on the other hand, was voted the most admired woman in the country. In another survey, she was named the most admired woman in the world. Washington Post editor Stephen Livingston is the author of the new book, Barack and Joe.
She, if she wanted to, could fight Trump in a way that would be quite masterful. She's the one who likes to go high when everyone else goes low, and she's very good at it. And it might just work.
You are already at the next election.
2020, I'm looking at you.
The former First Lady has been very clear she will not run.
Would you
Ever run for office?
No.
I have to ask it.
No.
No kind of office.
No. It's not something that I'm interested in or would ever do, ever. I will not run for president.
But filmmaker Michael Moore believes she could be persuaded.
You have to go back to the White House. Your country needs you. If asked to serve, I believe she would serve.
Donald J. Trump is a man who proved that leadership is about action, resilience, and putting America first. Love him or hate him, one cannot deny his profound impact on our nation. He tackled tough trade deals, spurred economic growth, and secured our borders. He understood that true leadership is about making tough decisions, even if they're unpopular with the establishment.
I am one of a handful of people living today who have seen firsthand the immense weight and awesome power of the presidency. And let me once again tell you this. The job is hard. It requires clear-headed judgment, a mastery of complex and competing issues, a devotion to facts and history, a moral compass, and an ability to listen.
Michelle Obama's emphasis on empathy and unity is admirable, but compassion should not be confused with good political intelligence. A leader must be able to negotiate the complicated worlds of policy, foreign relations, and economic stability. A leader must have the political vision to make judgments that protect the interests of the nation. In addition, Michelle Obama is closely associated with the Biden family, which is mired in scandal. Hunter Biden's business dealings have been investigated by the FBI, and there are allegations that Joe Biden used his position as vice president to benefit his son. If Michelle Obama were to become president, she would be tainted by these scandals. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the allegations surrounding the Biden family's questionable dealings. It's been reported that Hunter Biden's business activities raised concerns within the Obama administration. Questions arise about the extent of President Obama's knowledge regarding these matters.
We still have hundreds of individuals that are missing. I think there's going to have to be a congressional investigation in response to what happened
news that many Americans in today's age. And the federal response seemed very delayed. The president's response, have no comment? That's unacceptable.
Survivors of now the deadliest wildfire in modern American history are sharing their stories. Some say they had no choice but to disobey those mandatory evacuation orders because the only road out of Lahaina was barricaded. The gridlock got even worse when drivers abandoned their cars to jump into the Pacific Ocean. Everything was on fire. Survivors are blaming both the local and federal governments for the response. And Clay Travis is the founder of Outkick. Look, I follow you on social media. I know you've talked with a lot of people. What are you hearing about how things were handled by Biden's people?
Well, first of all, let's give credit to Fox News' Will Cain, who I think did an incredible job raising $2 million for survivors in the Maui area there that you're talking about. This is indefensible. And Harris, if you contemplate and just think about the way that George W. Bush was treated in the aftermath of Katrina, the way that Donald Trump was treated by the media in the aftermath of the hurricanes, and he went to Puerto Rico.
And both of those were disasters.
Correct.
Right?
And our federal government actually responded far better to both of those events than we have to Maui. Harris, I heard you reading earlier, and this remains the fact, over 800 people are still missing.
I know.
These allegations cast a shadow not only on Joe Biden, but also on the administration that preceded him. Michelle Obama may have the admiration of many, but her potential presidential bid would undoubtedly be tied to her husband's legacy. And, as the saying goes, you are known by the company you keep.
Former President Barack Obama has a friendly warning for his old vice president. A published report saying the former president is cautioning President Biden to be aware of just how formidable Donald Trump may be in the 2024 presidential race. Senior national correspondent Rich Edson is on Rehoboth Beach, Delaware tonight with the president.
President Biden is riding through his week-long vacation at the Delaware beach with little to say to the public.
Good morning, Mr. President. Have you been briefed on Niger? Will you talk to us on your way back, Mr. President? Probably not. Think about it.
While in Rehoboth, the president faces low approval ratings and a steady release of information regarding his son's international business profits and conduct. Polling shows what would be a tight race between the president and the Republican frontrunner, former President Donald Trump. Republicans are already criticizing what they say will be another Biden campaign largely hidden from public scrutiny and questions from the press.
Moreover, Michelle Obama has never held elected office. She has no experience in the military or law enforcement. She has never had to deal with a national security crisis. She is not a policy expert. She has not been vetted by the media or the public. Then how can she be an eligible president? It's a big no, right? Compare this to the clever decisions made by President Trump. He took a stand against international trade imbalances, revitalized American manufacturing, and confronted global challenges head-on. He made tough calls that weren't always popular, but they were necessary for the betterment of our great nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the presidency isn't a popularity contest, nor is it a platform to showcase one's eloquence. It's about steering the ship of state through the stormy waters of geopolitics, economics, and security. It's about putting the American people first, no matter how difficult the decisions may be.
I will prevent, and very easily, World War III, very easily. Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, I will have the disastrous war between Russia and Ukraine settled. It will be settled quickly. I will get the problem solved, and I will get it solved in rapid order, and it will take me no longer than one day. I know exactly what to say to each of them. I got along very well with them.
As we consider the possibility of Michelle Obama's candidacy, let's remember that leadership requires more than words. It requires a firm grasp of policy, a clear vision for the future, and the courage to stand by one's convictions. As I said, the presidency isn't about being admirable. It's about being effective. The American people deserve a president who is honest, experienced, and capable. Michelle Obama is not that person. She is a well-intentioned woman, but she is not qualified to be president. The Democrats are desperate to find a candidate to defeat Trump in 2024. They think that Michelle Obama is their best chance, but they are wrong. She is also not the answer. The Republicans should focus on their own candidate. We have a strong leader, Donald Trump, who is absolutely qualified to be president. We can win this election if we stay focused and united. Let's keep our nation's best interests at heart. Until next time, God bless America.